Hello mouses! It's news on Tuesday. Let's get straight to it because we've got a lot to cover. First up, we have this amazingly funny story of the Metropolitan Police. Two of their officers are under investigation because they've stuck stickers saying "I met the Met" onto some vans from a Welsh police force. The Welsh police having come up to London to help out with security for the Olympics. Apparently these stickers come from a marketing campaign to help improve the image of the Metropolitan Police and have been used to give out to children and people like that when the police go around and do meetings with kids and the general things that police do. And when I was reading this I was thinking, yeah, they really do need to up their image. Because the first thing I thought when we saw these stickers was, they don't really need stickers because people know you've met the Metropolitan Police. You're usually covered in bruises. But sticking them on the vans of another police force is just taking the piss. Come on guys, just because they're there to help out doesn't mean you get to vandalise their stuff. Vandalism being a crime, remember? So the police force doing what they shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's move on to a topic that's not as funny. We're going to go up and down a bit today. A child called Emma Stone has died in hospital because of malpractice by the medical staff. Apparently the staff was seriously negligent in what they were doing. They just didn't bother treating her properly. Emma had cerebral palsy and was very ill, but wasn't ill enough to actually die when she went into hospital. She was just very ill. She should have recovered, but hospital staff didn't look after her and she was dead for 4 hours before anyone actually said anything. And this is the standards that a lot of people with disabilities expect when they go into hospital. It's horrible that it happens and it must change. I know from personal experience that hospital staff are often overworked and as a result they don't treat people the way that they should. Last time I was in hospital in January I was severely ill and I was left in a waiting room overnight sleeping on what was effectively an examination bench because they never got round to moving me onto a hospital bed. Apparently there was a bed on the ward for me, but they never actually came and did anything with it. And I missed a meal because of that. So, as you can expect, it's not exactly the best of experiences. Another time, I'd had seizures at work, which turned out to be due to a severe allergy. It was actually a toxic shock syndrome. And I was left in A&E for 10 hours amidst drunks, while seriously ill, before anyone actually looked at me. And the only reason they actually looked at me in the end was because I demanded the paperwork for a formal complaint there and then. And then, even then, what they did was they shipped me off into a side ward and left me all night. So, I know what happens from personal experience when disabled people turn up at hospital. And as a result, I'm sorry to say it wasn't a surprise that this child died because of medical negligence. It is everywhere within the NHS. It's systematic. I really do like the NHS. I love the fact that we can all get free healthcare. But standards need to seriously improve before I will actually defend it against the cuts that are going on at the moment. So there we have it. This child has died for nothing, basically, because hospital staff didn't do their job. And I hope every single person that was involved in this child's care are fired, because it is unacceptable what has happened. Continuing with the theme of unacceptable behaviour, Jessica Harper, who used to work for Lloyds TSB as an anti-fraud person, has been convicted of fraud. This, to me, is just amazing. This is like employing a bouncer and finding that he's letting all of the riffraff in and keeping out the decent people. It's exactly the opposite. It's like, you had one job, Jessica. I see this meme a lot on the internet at the moment where they'll show someone who did something and then say, you had one job. And in this case it's true. You had one job, Jessica, stop fraud. And during that job you committed fraud on the job and you defrauded the people you were working for. Well done. And not only that, but you got caught. For goodness sake. So not only were you in charge of the fraud department, but you were so bad at fraud that the fraud department that you were in charge of caught you doing fraud. This is just stupidity on so many levels. Not only are you a criminal, but you're thick as well. So, the worst kind of criminal, stupid evil. Speaking of stupid, Apple have let the YouTube application license for their iPhone expire. So now Google has to make an iPhone app to deal with YouTube, otherwise people on the iPhone can't really see YouTube properly. Well done. The upside of this, from the point of view of people who have adverts on their YouTube videos, is because Google are now in charge, they'll be able to change how the YouTube app works, and you'll probably be able to get pre-roll ads, if not pop-up ads, on your videos. So all of you who make money from adverts on your YouTube videos may find that you can make a bit more money now, because I know for Philip DeFranco, it's about 50% of his views come from iPhone or iOS applications, and he's not currently getting any revenue from that. He should, but he's not. Now he'll be able to, and everyone else will too. So that's pretty good. But from the point of view of Apple, what were you thinking? I know you're rivals with Google and you want to get them off your applications, but come on, getting rid of the YouTube application shortly before your new iPhone comes out? That's really not a good move. But then again, Apple have been doing a lot of really stupid things of late. So perhaps this is just yet another thing that they're doing wrong. But we'll see how it goes, because who knows, Google's application may come out really quick and it'll be all fine and dandy. But maybe it won't. What happens if Google submits it to the iPhone applications library and it doesn't get passed straight away? What then? Oh dear, now people aren't going to bother. And it's not just Google that would lose out there, because I use the iPhone application on my phone all the time. And I'd be very annoyed if I couldn't use it again. So I probably won't upgrade until it's confirmed that Google's new application is available. So it's not just Google losing out there, it's Apple as well. Okay, that's all I've got time for today. That's been the news, or at least the news that was really, really at my heart today. So if you like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's going on in the world, and subscribe to get future videos. Until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching a video, and I'll see you tomorrow.